Well, hi, Sonny.
Hey, welcome back, man. You guys to another episode of Paranormal Chop Shop. We got Papa Willie.
Hey, Papa Willie, how's it going, man?
Dogs trying to kill him.
As usual. They gotta remember they gotta back off security. That's security.
That's right. So how you doing, Chad?
He's a
How's
good
everyone
guy.
doing in the chat? Got a
I'm
good
doing
show
good,
tonight,
man.
don't we?
I keep taking these long naps. I keep meaning to get up earlier, and then I just keep on sleeping.
I slept through the whole show on Thursday.
That happens. Hey, welcome back, Spooky Morales. How's it going, Spooky?
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
Other loyal co-host.
Hey, your mic is selected as your headphone mic for some reason.
Oh, sure is.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
And your YouTube is playing in the background. Hey, Annie C, how's it going? Good to see you, Mom.
Oh, I gotta change our name.
Ryan, the Syrian TV. How's it going? Good to see you. Oracles and Beyond, good to see you. Cassie, always good to see you. We got Jake Smith in the house. Working. He's working. Jake, I got the door unlocked for you, so when you get out of work, you just jump in here if you'd like to. Enzo, how's it going, dude? Did you go get some ice for your drink? Make sure that stays cold. And we got Andy Gambino in the house. And who else do we got? I think that's about it for the roll call. Maraid, how's it going? Good to see you. I think that's about it, Sonny. That's about the rundown. We got Chris Jarvis in the house just joining us.
Hey, Chris.
But yeah, and then we've got a special guest with us at backstage for this episode of the Paranormal Chop Shop.
That's right.
You want to do her intro? I don't have her bio on my side. Okay, well,
it's Lady Ann.
We got Lady Ann backstage. How's it going?
Hello, it's good. How are you guys?
Very good.
I'm excited to be here.
Good. We're excited to have you.
You have a cool microphone.
Oh, thank you.
It looks old school radio too.
Oh yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, it's got those old school fins on it. That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit of a microphone nerd. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's cool. I mean, if it's old fashioned or anything like that, I love it. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait if he hears an echo or something, Ann. So you heard him yelling at Spooky right now, right?
No.
Hey, I'm good. Mine's all set up.
All the way through.
I already know I'm gonna get a duck in my pay after that mess up, man. Sorry about that, Chad.
No, you're good, man. SF Niners wording.
Yep. Spooky's he's a good guy, but he's been rubbing off on Chad a lot, and now Chad has got microphone bougie. That's
microphone bougie.
Microphone bougie.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
Ann, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and your radio station and books and all that good stuff?
All kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I guess I'll introduce my podcast, which is the Caravan Library of Lore. That's been on since about 2015, and it's covered all kinds of topics from Sasquatch to hauntings, shadow entities, UFOs, aliens, all kinds of different things. We've had on some really great guests. We've had Patty Negri, we've had Kadrick Olson, and then I ended up writing a book as well, which is Aperture in the Veil, Born in a Preternatural World. It basically it's every single paranormal experience that I've had from birth up to this point in my life. And that can be found on Amazon. And then I have KPNL as well, which is a digital broadcasting station that plays paranormal podcasts after 5 o'clock Monday through Friday, and special programming on Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays happens to be my favorite because it's old time radio. So, we play different things like you got Vincent Price and Abbott Costello. Yeah. Oh, and then we also have music on there, and the music has a paranormal theme to it as well. So there's a lot of songs with demons and ghosts and hauntings and witches and yeah, so
That's awesome.
all kinds of stuff.
Perfect for the community that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely like the old timey radio stuff too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that's cool. So, how did you first get involved with KPN, or is it KPNL?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how did you get involved with that?
So I actually had a page on the Caravan. It said on air now. And pretty much it just had a weekly schedule. So there was like a Monday through Sunday schedule, but then there was like shows that were on daily all throughout the week. Because it was one of those things where getting to know everybody in the community and being able to share my experiences was a very healing experience for me. So as I got to know everybody and I got to get acquainted with their shows, I wanted other people that would come upon me to be directed to everybody else's shows as well. I wanted to facilitate community. So it kind of grew from just a page on the Caravan's website to an entire network on its own.
Oh, that's sweet. And so you run the network?
I do.
So it's all your baby. That's awesome.
It is.
Huh. JoJo Bone was looking to start a radio station. Maybe he needs to get in contact with you to figure out how to do that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. He got kicked out of where he was at. So.
Oh, I see.
So I said, "Yep, you gotta start your own thing, man. Get on your own network." So that's
There
cool.
you
So
go.
how's that been working out so far?
It's really been amazing. I have been able to meet so many incredible people, the stories that, of community and of healing. And I mean, it's just been really great.
That's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, this community is very accepting and very well, as long as you stay off Twitter. Twitter can get pretty crazy, but yeah, for the rest of the YouTube audience, or the YouTube community at least, everyone seems to be pretty open-armed and accepting of each other's opinions and stuff like that. So it's a good community
Yeah.
to be in.
I agree. Yeah, being a part of a lot of the YouTube chats has been amazing. I've met a lot of people. It's so much fun and it's so welcoming when you do pop in and you're like, "Hey," and then everybody's telling you hi, and it really it becomes family.
Yeah, for sure. Sonny, I keep talking. I didn't know if you had any other questions.
No, you
I just keep
Hold on
rolling
one
with it. My phone is playing Bree's video all of a sudden.
Sorry, someone came in there.
Playing Bree's video that I was just watching.
Put
That was
ice in
weird.
the
It
freezer.
restarted.
My wife's beating the ice.
I thought somebody was
What is
getting killed
happening
over
here?
there, man.
This is unbelievable.
It's not better than you beating my meat, babe.
Oh my lord.
She
This is
started.
Something new.
This is the Paranormal Chop Shop. Things get a little sideways here sometimes, but not this early usually. Hey, Connor, good to see you, man.
Lady Ann, I'm so happy to see that you look like you're feeling a lot better. I know that you weren't feeling well for a while. I saw you on Facebook and I was really concerned, but you look great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was really lucky. It's like I was lucky and I wasn't, because this whole time I hadn't caught COVID at all. And then all of a sudden it was February, the beginning of February, and I got it and it had me down, and then all the symptoms kind of got better, but then all of a sudden I ended up with we're talking crazy brain fog, and I was sleeping all the time. It was like I was in my 90s, and I couldn't function. I couldn't even barely think. And then I ended up it was the weirdest thing. I was walking in my living room and I just collapsed and I had to go to the hospital.
Oh, no.
And but then when I came home, it was a couple days later, then I was on the up and up. And now I'm no longer taking naps during the day, and it was really a crazy ride.
Oh wow! What was the
Yeah.
craziest part? Didn't you say that you were having some that you were I'm trying to think of the word. You said when your fevers were so bad
Oh my
that
gosh.
you were starting to see things or something?
Fever dreams. It was
Yeah,
just
fever dreams.
really intense fever dreams. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're so real, and they're always nightmares. They're always just crazy
Oh
nightmares.
no.
So that's the main indication on if I do have a fever, is that the nightmares are something. It's like a horror fun house for sure.
Yeah, I've
Well,
never
you look
understood that.
yeah, you look like you're
Yeah.
doing a lot better. You look awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I normally don't say this to guests, but I love your teeth.
Oh. Why, thank you.
It's one of those compliments that doesn't really normally get out there unless you have
Those fangs
some
are so
fangs in.
awesome.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, what's up with that? How we always have bad dreams when we've got a fever. It's never our fever dreams are never good dreams. That's strange.
Right.
It'd be cool if it was
something
worked.
interesting to look up.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like when the body's damaged, the mind is also damaged.
Sometimes they're not just
Right.
actually a bad dream. They're just sometimes freaky, crazy dreams.
Just
Not,
weird.
Right.
They're not fairly scary all the time, but it's just dreams you normally don't dream unless you have a fever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I feel like the last time I saw you, Lady Ann, it was when you were on Spaced Out Radio the last time or one time, and then you said that you were going to be moving across country, I think.
Yes.
How did that go?
I haven't done it yet. I've actually been
Oh.
packing this entire time. I wanted to start early. That way, when we have the moving pod, I can just open up the cupboards and open up the closets and just take out the boxes and put them in the moving pod. And I finally achieved that, so I'm good to go. I'm ready for whenever it happens. Right now, I'm looking for a place, but trying to find one in a very specific area has proven to be a little bit difficult. So, I'm just trusting the universe, and I know that it'll happen when it's supposed to.
Right on.
Zenzabil says, "Well, I'm sure nobody says bite me to Ann."
They're actually very sharp.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, they look like they are for sure.
That's cool.
Put those in before you go to steak dinner.
Yeah.
Corn on the cob.
There you go.
Some corn on the cob, yeah.
Go to town with those.
Man, she was done really fast. Yeah, she had her fangs in.
Hickeys that bleed.
Maybe that's what I should do next is upgrade my teeth.
There you
Put some
go.
fangs in.
Get some gold
Go
fangs.
search out Father Sebastian. He's a master fangsmith, so he can make you a pair.
Oh.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
What's his name? Father
Do you have a website?
Sebastian. Yeah, you can go to you can Google Father Sebastian. You can go to vamporium.shop. And there's also I think you can go through vamporium.shop, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull his website up real quick. Sorry, I was like zoned out looking at his website.
I'm sorry,
It's all
Papa Willie.
good.
I didn't say hi to you, man. Papa Willie,
Book your
Sonny,
fang appointment.
how you guys doing?
Yep.
I see you grinding.
What's up? How you doing?
Doing good, brother.
Yeah, how was your week, Big Papa Willie? I didn't see you on Facebook much.
Actually, I've been busy a lot doing softball with my kids and playing pool.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had much time for.
Yeah, I forget you guys have nice weather out there. I always just imagine that we all have the same weather, but nope. You guys, it's almost like you guys are in summer already, and we still have winter.
We probably are in the middle of your summer.
Mm-hmm.
Gets about 90. Yeah,
It's hot here
90.
right now.
80. How hot does it get there?
Oh, it gets about 90 in the middle of
touching every
summer.
once in a while.
Yeah, right now
now.
though, it's still like, what is it, like 40 out? 40 degrees or something.
Actually, we've been getting
35.
1 or 2 days of real cold like that, and then the 2 days later, it's 90 degrees again, or 85, or.
Huh. Yeah, not here.
And
It's
then
35 degrees here and cloudy and nasty, and it's supposed to rain tonight. So.
our winter is cold.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels cold. Even compared to, I was in Illinois in the middle of December, and it felt colder when I left in Fresno than when I was over there. It just feels cold on your body. And our springtime is nothing but hot day, cold day, hot day, cold day. We get breaks from the heat in our spring and fall, and then all summer long, if it gets down to 90, everybody's super grateful.
Oh no!
It runs like a month and a half of solid 100-degree weather.
Well, guess I'm not moving down that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
We don't have the humidity though. It's when it's hot, it's just you can cool down. It's not like I went to Oklahoma when it was hot, and I walked from the car to the liquor store door, and I was drenched, sweaty from it just being too hot for me.
Yeah, that's how it is here. You get out of your freezing cold car with the AC running, and as soon as you walk outside, everything just turns to moisture. You're just wet. Condensation from
use my AC.
Humidity.
Even when it's 100 and whatever, unless I'm going somewhere real far.
Here you don't want to, because like when it's like 110 here, if you use your air conditioning, so you're going to go somewhere like you're not going to the movies or dinner, you use your air conditioning. But if you're going to go fishing or you're going to do something like that, if you got your AC on when you get there, you will not want to get out of the truck. So it's better just to keep it off. Or that drastic of a temperature change going from 70 to 110, it's horrible. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine.
Gross. So, Lady Ann, do you go into your experiences on the air, or is that something that you only write about?
I do it all.
Okay, because we're definitely down to hear some cool experiences if you've had some.
Sure.
That you'd like to share.
Let's see. Well, one that sticks out to me a lot was I was about, how old was I? I think I was about 15. I was 15 and I went to a friend's house and we were babysitting. And she lived in one half of the duplex and then her neighbors in the other. And her neighbors had asked us to watch their two children while they went out to dinner. So we did. And the night was great. You know, everything was fine. We're reading to the kids. It became bedtime. And we had the little boy sleep upstairs and we had the girl sleep downstairs. Because if they were to be in the same room, there was no putting them to bed at all. So bedtime comes and they both fall asleep. Or so we think. Well, Brittany and I are talking, and all of a sudden, there's this huge thud that it just comes out of nowhere, and it sounds as if somebody fell into the top bedroom from the outside. Like they opened the window and then they like fell inside. It was a very large thud. So we just kind of freeze, and we look at each other, and I'm like, I'll go up and look. So I very quietly kind of go up the stairs because I'm also trying to listen. Am I going to hear footsteps? What have you? Nothing. So I make it to the top of the stairs and I start turning all the lights on. I don't see anything. I go check on the little boy, completely asleep. I'm like, okay. So I go back downstairs and I told Brittany, I was like, there's nothing up there. Well, then all of a sudden, thump thump. Like several more just big thuds. And we're like, okay. So we go up and check again. Nothing. So I go down halfway and there's like a landing on the stairs. And I'm like, okay. When I was that age, I would pretend to be asleep. So, I would try to sneak out and watch whatever my dad was watching on TV, and I didn't want to go to bed at the designated bedtime. And so, if he'd come around the corner, I'd run as fast as I could and jump in bed and close my eyes like I've been asleep this entire time. Well, I sat there and I listened and I waited. Absolutely nothing. So I'm like, all right. So I'm coming down the stairs, and the parents come home and they open the front door. And I tell you what, I jumped out of my skin. I yelped, and we're like face to face. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I just left. I just left. And I went over to her mom and I said, you wouldn't believe what I was hearing. And she just stops and she says, I've been hearing that for the last several nights here in this side of the apartment or duplex. So I was like, okay. And she goes, it starts about this time and goes until about, 3:30. So I'm like, all right, well, let's stay up and hang out in the living room and see what happens. Brittany wanted nothing to do with it. She goes upstairs, goes to bed. So we're sitting there, and then sure enough, thump. So I just listen. But there was this like electricity that began to feel just you could feel it. It filled the air, and you had goosebumps. And then all of a sudden there was the sound that it was like a king-sized 4-poster bed that was just slammed on the ceiling and drug just really like like it was across a wood floor, but it was all carpeted up there. And and it felt bad. And I just couldn't believe it. So I again try to go upstairs and see if there's anything. It's completely silent. There's nothing up there. The mom had like a queen, and it wasn't 4-poster, and where you could hear the sound was in a small hallway. You wouldn't be able to get something to go across there, and like I said, there was no hardwood floor. So I went back downstairs, and I'm telling you, for hours and hours, just thumping and banging and scraping. And so she was religious, and she knew some Bible verses and different prayers and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. And I was like, what do I do? And so I said these things with her. And then eventually it stopped, but the silence was so loud that it was almost like you had a ringing in your ears, and I've never experienced anything like that since or before. It was just hair-raising for sure.
Yeah, that would be very hair-raising. I had a similar story, but it just was one thump. I was vacationing at a log cabin out in the middle of the woods somewhere, and a piece of our luggage just fell off of the bed onto the floor from, it was upstairs, and we were all downstairs. And a big piece of luggage, I don't know if it was standing up and it fell or if it was sitting on the bed and it fell, but either way, it fell and hit the floor loud. Like it was almost like somebody dropped it from the ceiling onto the floor. And yeah, there was like no explanation for that either. So it was a similar story. When you were telling that story, I was like, oh, I remember something like that happening before.
Did anything else happen when you were there? Did you feel?
Yeah, actually the same weekend. I don't know if it was the same night or maybe the night after. My cousin Jake, who people see in the chat, Jake Smith, we were outside on the porch when everyone else was inside playing cards or something. And at nighttime, just out in the middle of the woods, all of a sudden we could hear like old-timey radio or like a radio going in and out of frequency. And then it was almost like somebody was at the road in a vehicle, and they just had it cranked in their car. And then it was like going in and out of frequency, and then it just stopped.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And there's no explanation for that either, because we were out in the middle of nowhere, and there's no houses around us or anything. And if there was a car coming down the road, we would have seen it. So it was one of those strange, unexplainable situations too.
It's interesting because it reminds me of, so this year I've been learning more, just different ideas, and there's this idea that maybe some of the ghosts that we see, that it's more like a time slip. And that would be interesting if maybe there was kind of some kind of a time slip. So then that would explain the old-fashioned music that you heard. And then the thump, I mean, maybe it could have been, so, I mean, how old was the cabin?
The cabin itself was fairly new, like a new built cabin, but
Oh,
you
wow.
could tell it was probably on somebody's. I mean, the property looked like it had been there for a while. Maybe there was a standing structure before that cabin,
Right.
and then they just built this brand new one and started renting that out. But
Wow.
yep, there's Jake Smith.
Fascinating.
You remember that, Jake, when that luggage fell and then we heard the radio? That was it was a strange weekend. Normally we don't have, like, me and Jake never have anything paranormal happen with us, but that was something that just happened. Two things happened on the same weekend, so it was strange.
Wow.
We were
It's
getting spooked out. Time to go home.
Right, I'm sure.
Lady Ann, earlier he had asked if you would mind talking about it on here, or do you just write about it? Where do I find where you're writing about it at?
Oh, so my book is on Amazon. It is called Aperture in the Veil, Born into a Preternatural World. I can send you guys a link to the Amazon where you can purchase a copy.
I'm going to drop that link right now in the chat room. I did it earlier, but...
Pretty sure
didn't do it.
Cassie just did.
Oh, thanks, Cassie.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Cash, you're always on it.
She's on top of it right here. She's on
Thank
top of
you.
it. Yeah, then I'll just star that so we can keep pulling it up throughout the show. But
Chad, I'm gonna download that video to hear right now. The one where you hear that big old loud thump. I know I don't share that on here, but
of you
put it
walking
on.
through the...
Yeah, I'll put it on
Okay.
here right now.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool one to watch, to go over.
Yeah,
I thought it was already loaded in here.
I probably took it off. I didn't like showing it.
Oh.
I get scared.
Aw.
It was pretty scary.
Yeah, I don't see it on here anymore unless this is it right here, but I don't...
Let's see.
I'm afraid to click it. I'm not sure what that is. There's one that's like, it's at the bottom of the list. It's 3 from the bottom. It looks like that might be it.
I'll just be clicking on stuff. Man,
That orb video's in here too, underneath Jerry. There's a couple different orb videos we could pull up.
I just got an email right now. I'm going to download it.
Okay. Yeah, so Lady Ann, have you experienced anything like that where it was more than just sounds, like seeing orbs or any apparitions or anything like that?
Well, I mean, I've seen ever since I was little, I've seen shadow entities. I've seen things from the corner of my eye. I did see a interdimensional being thing walk down the road. I did take a picture because I saw it walking down the road, and it was like it appeared out of this cloud of, I don't know, it's
Mist?
just this cloud, yeah, and it appears and it becomes this form, and it's walking down the road, and then all of a sudden it's like it walks through this invisible door. It's just gone. So by the time, because I don't have fight or flight, I have freeze. By the time I was able to actually move, I got inside the house and I was like, all right, I'm closing all the windows, all the doors, the blinds, everything. And I go into one of the rooms and I'm looking out the window and I can feel myself being watched. So I look up and I already have my phone in my hand because I've called my sister, and normally I don't freak out. You know, I'm not somebody that's going to start crying. I mean, just a couple nights ago, it was a couple nights, I'd say 3 or 4 nights ago, that I saw this really tall shadow figure in my mirror. And the cat reacted. The cat saw it, but then that was the end of it. And then a couple months ago, one of my, because I have a large toolbox and it was above my dryer, boom, that thing flies off the cupboard, boom, down onto the dryer, makes a really loud, and I just went in there and I put it all the way down on the floor, and I was just like, not tonight. you know, because this kind of stuff is very common for me.
Yeah.
So to experience all these things, it takes a lot to really jar me. So I look up, I've got the phone in my hand already. My sister's on speakerphone, and I see it in the window, and I feel like it's staring at me, and I already have my phone up. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and that was scary because I I've taken photographs in the past where you can actually see full figured apparitions, detail, face, and you can see through them. But I never kept any of them because I felt that there was an energetic connection. That picture to me brings it to life and connects it to me as long as I keep it. I didn't want that, so I deleted everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to take a picture because this is weird. I take the picture and boom, I drop the blinds, and I gave it to my sister and I deleted it off my phone. I'm like, here you go. I'm done. And if I get ready to talk about it, then you can send it back to me. But I don't want to talk about this. And it took me, I want to say it was 1 to 2 years to talk about it, but I did include, I included that photo in the book.
Yeah, that picture kept me up one night.
Did it really? Aw,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
I saw it on Spaced Out Radio, and I thought, what in the world?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the one looking out the window.
Yes.
So the actual photo is in the book?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think
There
I
you
have
go.
it somewhere. I don't know where I would be able to find it. One time I did a comparison between the photo of the entity that was staring at Lady Anne, and I compared it to some grays that were flying in a UFO in I think Turkey.
Oh,
A
wow.
famous UFO video,
Mm-hmm.
and
might
it was
have-
quite similar.
I don't know if you'll
appearance.
be able to see this at all.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that is creepy.
I missed.
It's
Yeah.
it's the s-
I
it's
missed
the
it. Lady Ann,
glare.
can you do it one more
Oh, yeah.
time? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's creepy though.
There you go, Chad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There we go.
Nighty night, Chad. Sleep tight.
No.
Yep.
Let the
That's
bed
so
bugs bite.
crazy that's like a
That's
real
coming
thing.
for you, Chad. Thank you.
That's
And
creepy.
what
It's-
type of when I tell you when people say what explain it, describe them, how would you describe that to somebody?
Oh,
Right?
man.
That's why they all started out with it was scary.
Right?
Mhm.
No, I mean, the only thing
And-
that you can say is like possibly an interdimensional because it appeared and formed out of a mist, and then all you can really say is alien-like.
And Lady Anne, I forget the last time you spoke about that picture or those pictures. I can't remember if anybody asked you, did you have any type of, did you feel any type of feelings or conscious, like you were connected with that being in any way or?
I felt when it looked okay. When I took the photograph, well, gosh, let me back up. When I was standing on the porch, I tried to barely breathe and not move and I tried really hard to just clear my mind, like you're supposed to with meditation and stuff like that, because I didn't want to project the energy that I was seeing it, because if I did that, then I'd connect with it, and I didn't want it to look up at me. Well, when I saw it in the window,
I've been there.
it was one of those things where it's like it knows that I watched it the entire time. This is like I don't want to say a challenge, but at the same time it was kind of like this, hey, I know that you saw me, I know that you witnessed this. And for a long time I was really scared. I mean, because here's the thing, if it can just manifest out of nothing and manifest anywhere, who's to say that I couldn't just turn around and there it is?
Yeah.
You know, so that's definitely what was going through my mind for a while.
And after that experience with that being, did you ever encounter that being again?
No. No. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to pull up a picture because I saw Zenzabil mentioned that picture that you pulled up looked a little similar to this alien that I've never heard of before, but I'm trying to pull it up here. This guy right here.
Why
Interesting.
does that look familiar?
Oh,
He said he
that's
kinda
not
looked like-
scary.
He said he kind
Right?
of looks
The
like him.
way that the skull structure is very.
Yeah. Need some water. Looks very
Well-
dehydrated.
That's
He
funny.
looks like that guy from Phantasm.
Is that what it is? It looks
Mhm.
familiar.
That old movie.
It's
Looks like he's got a head shaped like a squid.
Corobite Alien is his name. But yeah, he looks pretty creepy. Hey, Lady Ann, I know Spooky. I think everyone in here has seen this picture. I don't know if you have, but this is a picture that Ryan Bledsoe took. I think it was Ryan, or was it
Oh wow.
Chris Senior
Hmm.
or
I can't
Chris
remember
Junior?
who actually
even.
took the picture.
I haven't seen it before.
Okay, well this dark entity right here is not actually physically there. I mean, they didn't see this as they were taking the picture. I don't remember how this worked. This is an authentic photo of an entity captured on my property. The dark black form is not a visible person, but something that appeared in the photo after it was uploaded to the computer.
Wow. So that's not real.
So we're talking about two. We're talking about two things in this photo. We're talking
Mhm.
about
The
the
light.
shadow figure, and then we're talking about the orb that's down in the center right.
Yeah, two things happened at the same time. It's
I don't
Do you
feel.
still have-
Sorry,
Chad,
what?
I think I was seeing if Chad still had the picture on here that we had uploaded of where we had it playing in the video and that entity pops in and we went through that video on super slow and got it.
He just reposted that today.
yeah. I can
Ryan
pull
just
that up, too.
reposted that today on I think Twitter
Oh, okay.
and Instagram.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ann. What were you saying?
Oh no. I don't feel, energetically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't scare me. I don't feel fear. I think that seeing a shadow entity can be jarring. I think that if you were to see that photo, it'd be like, oh my gosh, what was that? But it's also whenever we see proof, whenever we experience something, it's going to scare us no matter what. If it's, I mean, you could have an angel manifest in front of you that is, a loving being, and you're going to be afraid because, oh my gosh, this just manifested in front of me. I don't know what they were feeling when they took the picture, but energetically speaking, I don't feel anything threatening or scary about that.
Yeah, it's almost like something that they're just always around us. Is that what you're gonna say, Sonny?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna tell her I'll play this and then I'll show you how I felt when I heard
okay.
a big old thump behind me. And I was
Okay.
walking through some well, they're not abandoned, they're retired barracks where we have our drag races is an old army base. We use the landing strip for the planes for our drag race strip. And at nighttime, I went in there and did this I think I did it for Cassie and for Carol. I think that's who it was for. But that's why I went in there. I wasn't mostly for me. I was kind of curious. I wanted them to go do something like that in there or somebody that knows what they're doing. So I figured I would walk through there and just see if anything happened. This was towards the end, so I shortened it up so you could just see, this part. And then it's only like a minute long. It happens about 5 or 6 seconds in. You hear like a boom. It sounds like something falls over. But where I'm at, there's absolutely nothing in there. You'll hear me walking around on the plaster and stuff. So like if somebody was to walk in there with me, you would definitely hear that. It's very loud when you're walking around. So there's no one in there. But okay, there you go. Now I really gotta pee. Seeing all these toilets. Oh no. Nope. Oh hell no. Something just
Man. Well, now I really gotta pee. Something just moved or fell over in there. We just walked through there. There's nothing in there. This is so scary. This is so way too scary.
That always gets me, and you're like, it's like super quiet, and you're expecting to hear more ghosts, and you just go,
Right.
now I really gotta pee.
It took me so long. This is how scary it was. It took me so long to walk back in there because I have what they call it's called a thumb brake holster, and that's what I carry my 45 in. So my gun's actually chambered, and the hammer's locked back. There's a piece of leather in between the hammer and the gun. So when I push the thumb brake down, okay, I have the thumb brake unsnapped. And then that's my dilemma. I'm thinking, do I shoot whatever this is? Is there somebody messing with me? Yeah, I wasn't for sure. So I was standing there like that, just waiting for somebody to say, no, it's me or something. Thinking somebody snuck in there, but it's nothing. And it's a ka-chunk. It was so loud to me because there's nothing in there. And yeah. It was
Right.
loud.
Yeah, that would be scary.
I went into they have a museum there where when they opened that place, they found a bunch of stuff too. There was a bunch of stuff left there. We have shell casings and just aeronautic stuff and everything you could think of. There's guns, there's lots of stuff. But they set this museum up with some of the old pictures. It's very cool, guys. If you were ever to go there, I can take you in there. If you guys ever come to the drag races, Spooky, he's pretty close. He might make it one of these times. But yeah, I walk in there and I end up I don't show the whole thing because it's too long, so I just cut it down to put it on here. But when I walk in, I'm videotaping all this stuff, and I have walked by these uniforms. But when I walked by them, I noticed these gold buttons on there, and I kept thinking, I want to touch it. You're not supposed to touch that stuff in there. And I couldn't take it. So I went back and I was touching it. And after I'm done touching it, I move the camera back and I'm going to show like this ship that's on the counter. And then these little glowing things start coming in from like under the boat, and they come in the screen like this, and then they go, and they're gone. And yeah, that tripped me out too, because I was like, what the hell is that? Because it's not like where I was at before. There's no open windows. There's no anything like that to blow dust around. It's all shut in a museum. And these I could see without the camera. It wasn't like the dust that was floating around in that building in the camera. It was way different to me. Yeah, I actually seen them, and then I start taping them. I'll play that one for you too, and then you tell me what you think that is. I still can't figure it out. All right, I'm gonna play this one too.
Oh, the buttons are so heavy. Man. Feels like a gold coin. And the material is very thick. Like this would be warm to wear. What is that floating in front of the camera? What the hell? Is that dust particles? There's no windows open in here or nothing. That was so strange. Now they're gone. It's like little tiny orbs or something. Oh, there it goes again. Looks like snow. Going up and down. Whoa.
Can you see those little things? Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I still
I
don't know
saw
what that
them.
is. I didn't think that was an orb.
I think, dude, I think I speak for everyone here. You need to do this more often. You need to do
You
these
go
way
in there
more
and do
often.
that scary shit. I ain't never go back up there at night.
It's so cool hearing your reaction to stuff. You're
That
like,
building, I
oh
shit you
shit,
not. That
oh
building,
shit.
the building that I was in, one of my buddies just died in front of that building like 8 years ago.
Oh, a racer?
No, he was. Well, he was part of our track. He was an old racer, but he wasn't racing. He was sleeping out there by that building. He was camped by it, and he died in his truck.
Oh,
He didn't get
okay.
up.
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, you guys go check on him.
Hmm.
He passed away in his sleep. But I'm telling you guys, it's kind of sad, but not really. He wouldn't have wanted to die anywhere else or any way else. If you would have asked him how would you want to die, he'd tell you. You know, he would have said at the drag races in my sleep, and that's exactly what happened.
Aw.
It was sad, but it wasn't sad.
Right.
And we knew
Went the way he wanted to.
But yeah, so it always, and he's the kind of guy that if spirits were real, he would do something like that, scare the shit out of me. He was one of those guys.
Right.
So that's kind of scary. Dad, you go try it, buddy. You guys got to try it. Like I said, I got a very newfound respect for what they do now. I used to think it was bullshit. It ain't bullshit. It's pretty scary. It's there's just
I
something
agree.
that tells you. I mean, there's something like Lady Ann said, where there's like a fight or flight response or a freeze. There's also a freeze option.
You can literally see I froze.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just that's a response. Like, I mean, I've talked about it before, where you can say all you want that you're going to go and do all this investigation, but then when you finally get there, that's when you're up to that's the test. Like, are you actually going to walk into an abandoned building that you have no idea what you're getting into in the middle of the night? I mean, there's a lot of talk, but once you get there, it's like, whoa, who knows what's in here and what I'm going to run into. Even if you just run into another human, that's the biggest danger, really. Yeah, find somebody in there that's made it their home or something, and then they think that you're coming into their property. It's like,
I'll go, but only with Sonny.
Yeah, I'll go with Sonny.
It'd be terrifying for that person I find in there.
Right?
I just started shooting. I don't know what happened.
That's what I said. If a ghost can kill you and it ever kills me, you guys will find me in a place like that, dead with 2 empty magazines.
Yeah, he tried. Paranormal Highways in the shop. How's it going, Eric? Great show today, man. Just pouring some more generic coffee here. I don't have a coffee sponsor like Fade to Black does, but maybe one day, Spooky.
Get that Crystal Skull.
Keep believing. Manifest it.
Yeah, manifest it. There's a coffee shop here in town that's a small town little coffee brand. Maybe I should go up there and ask them, hey, I drink a lot of coffee on my podcast, and I'd really appreciate a sponsorship.
There you go.
Need to talk to my people and have my people talk to their people and see what we can do. Hey, too much information.
I'm still hoping that we're going to be sponsored by Weed Maps.
That would be cool. A Weed Map sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Usually just gamers get those. I see on Twitch all the time.
Mm.
Yeah. So, Lady Ann, I guess I should already know this by now, but how often do you stream your radio show?
You mean my podcast or
the
how?
podcast.
Oh, so right now it's in the off season. I usually air an episode every Tuesday, October through December. And then I'm supposed to the goal was to air one full moon episode a month until we came back into season. However, with all the, writing the first book and having that get released and then doing interviews and then also packing to move, I have just decided, Caravan can wait for a little bit. And I haven't really announced this quite yet, but I am 10 pages in on a second book. So, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, so you got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Trying.
Yeah, it's amazing how much how fast time just flies by, and you don't even realize, like, oh man, I had all these goals set, and all the time's already gone.
Oh yeah.
What
Exactly.
What time slot do me, Spooky, and Chad get on your radio channel so we can start up the new paranormal version of Bob and Tom?
Hey, there you go. I mean, I think that Wednesdays and Thursdays are pretty open.
Book it.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Book us.
There you
Our
go.
boss, Leanne, what did I tell you? 6 months ago when we first
Yep,
started?
you
Day
did.
will be working for you.
Yeah, Sonny had all these aspirations. He's like, we're gonna be over here, we're gonna be doing this, and I'm gonna make you famous. I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Chad Smith, the drummer, is going to be asking for our Chad's autograph. He's going to have to get Chad's name just to use his real name. He's going to have to get permission from Chad.
I'll have to stop making bolts.
That's right.
Have to quit the bolt factory.
And yeah, how long does it take you? Like, if you said you just started a book, how long is it going to take you to finish this book? Do you already know exactly what you're going to write, or do you make that up as you go along, or as you find information?
Okay, with the first one, I had started in February of 2021. And it wasn't until September that I had even went to the publisher and said, so I have this idea. Here you go. I don't know what you'll think. They loved it. And I finished it by November. I could potentially, I mean, it's not hard. If you set a word goal for every day, a word count, you can finish a book in a matter of 3 to 4 months. You know?
Oh, that's a good way to do it. A word count goal.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I know exactly what I want to say, but there's a little bit of research that I need to do, and I need to figure out how I want to present certain aspects of the book. So it may take me a little while.
Hey,
I'd say within about a year.
Oh man,
Too bad.
a while for me would be 10 years. I'm so bad at writing.
Well, I had wanted to be an author since I was about 6 years old. I found this
that's
typewriter
cool.
in my grandpa's basement, and I was just typing away. I wrote my first little book on it when I was 10 years old. It was, like a World War II type of setting, and
Whoa.
I mean, it was so when I found out that they really liked what I wrote, and then hearing what people are saying about the book too. I mean, it's just it's, I guess, a dream come true. I mean, there's just been so many things that have happened within the community, with having the podcast and having the radio station, publishing the book, and then now in July I'm going to Ireland. These are all things that, several years ago I just didn't think would happen, but really learning about manifesting and what you send out to the universe and how it comes back to you. I mean, we really are in control of our realities. I mean, from what I've experienced.
Yeah, I can speak to that definitely, because this whole thing, just having a microphone in front of my face right now, I never would have thought about that 6 months ago, or
Oh, I'm sure.
7 months ago now. But yeah, it's just something that I've always wanted to. And when I was younger, I always thought I would be on the radio, but as I got older, radio became a little bit less popular, and then going to school for radio just seemed like it was going to school to learn how to print books or something. It's just like something that wasn't really gonna be a career. So I kind of just lost the dream, or gave up on the dream, I guess. And then podcasting came into the world. It's like, oh, okay, maybe I could try this out. Since I don't see a future of being on the radio, but yeah, this is a nice second. Except, I wish I could do it full time. Get out of the bolt factory.
Right, right. Well, just keep working at it, and again, just put that thought out there and manifest it.
Yeah, my sister's been doing.
I just got us a gig for the radio, man. Aren't you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. It's in my notebooks.
Wakey.
Yeah, my sister does readings with me well, I do readings with my sister on Sundays, card readings, and yeah, she
cool.
did her first one and was like, "Okay, I don't want to keep going to work now. I want to just keep doing this." I'm like, "Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?" Except
That's
the bills
awesome.
don't get paid with it.
Right.
Eric says, don't make him laugh too hard. We're gonna make him wreck his car. He's driving and listening.
He's driving and listening and texting and typing.
Yep.
He wanted us to change the name of the show today because of April Fool's Day.
Well,
He wanted
and
us to
because he
change-
mispronounced it.
Well, he pronounced it Paranormal Pop Shop, but
I thought it
his idea was that we were going to be called the Paranormal Porn Shop.
Yep.
Paranormal
be
porn.
a-
No, it was the paranormal porn pot shop or something like that.
Paranormal porn pot shop or something like
Yeah.
that. He's like, change it for just today because it's, it's the day that you can get away with it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that's what it was for. I didn't.
April Fool's Day. Welcome to the Paranormal Pop Shop. Porn Pop Shop. That was a funny show. If you guys aren't following Paranormal Highway, previously known as Gypsy Road, definitely make sure you go over there and check his show out. He does a show called Breaking News. And he goes over, the paranormal and UFO news and Bigfoot news. And
Plus, he's on
It's a
there
great
with
show.
the great Connor, Bigfoot
Absolutely.
Anon. Oh man, it's a great show. I love his show.
Yep, Connor usually gets on there when he's working at the comic store, gets him through the day. It's usually a great stream.
How about this show right here? UFO
UFO
Garage.
Garage.
Tonight
Hey, I
tonight
do
we're
believe it.
celebrating
That's right. 100th episode.
100 episodes the boys have done.
Boys
That's
are gonna
amazing.
get all tattooed
Yeah,
up.
they're gonna get a tattoo tonight.
Yeah.
I think we should probably live stream that, or they're gonna be live streaming it too, right?
Man's gonna get him a big old pimpin' since pimping on his arm.
Yeah. Did they announce what they are gonna get? Are they getting a UFO Garage tattoo?
The way I understand it is the logo, the main logo.
Oh
I
man,
kind of think
that's
they
so
should get a paranormal chop shop tattoo.
The 64
I think-
Impala.
Ooh,
That's the way I
They should get
understood
the
it.
chop shop. Since they're in there, they ought to add extra ones. They should get the chop shop and Joe should get the Chad Smith podcast one. The
Okay,
little
let's send them a message, tell them they need
Yeah.
to do that.
add a little.
yeah, that would be the UFO
If-
Garage. I can't believe 100 episodes,
If
man.
they do, I will go down and have UFO Garage tattooed on me big on my right here.
No, you won't.
Oh,
No,
if,
you
they,
won't.
if they get any one of them get chop shop put on them, paranormal
I
chop
believe
shop,
Sonny
I'll
will
go
do
have it. I'll go have it tattooed up real nice.
Holy smokes, man! I
Might
might have to fly over there just for that.
Well, remember our cousin tattoos. He does all our tattoos, and he's good. So he'll just
Oh, that's right.
slap her right on.
Take a few Xanax and hop on a plane.
I was thinking about adding this little guy in there too. I like him.
Oh yeah,
That's
he's
the-
cool.
He's
Yep.
he's got
That's
a
a-
flying saucer with headers.
That's a perfect logo for the show.
It is, isn't it?
Well, guys, this has been incredible. I do have some Mogwai that are needing me, so
No problem. Yeah, this has been an awesome for being an hour.
Lady
This has
Ann,
been a
thank
really
you
good
so much.
conversation.
I can't thank you guys enough. I love this.
Same
You guys
here.
do great.
Sweet, thank you very much. And we'll
One more
definitely do it
time
again.
before you go. We got to know the radio station again, and
Oh.
we have to know the book, the name, and where to get it.
All right,
And-
so we've got KPNL Radio, and we've got the Caravan Library of Lore, which is my podcast. Both of those can be found everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can find it on Google as well. There's nothing special; just type in the names and it'll populate. And then the book is Aperture in the Veil: Born in a Preternatural World. And yeah, you can find it there on Amazon. You can also, if you want like an author signed copy, you can just PM me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook under Selene.
Very good.
Awesome.
I want one of those. They're actually beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lady Ann.
All
Have a good
right.
night.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. And remember, you're welcome to come back and hang out. Oh, she left.
Kids needed her, man. Kids need her.
She's got 3 running around there driving her crazy, I bet.
Oh man, they had to delay till next week. Aw.
Oh hell no!
I was so excited for that, man.
April
guys.
Fools.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it an April Fool's?
It's gotta
Better
be,
be.
right? Come on, Big Willie.
It's got to be an April Fool's. Come on, Big Willie. Don't be.
Willie. Don't do this
holding
to
out.
us.
Let me see if it's still scheduled. Let me see if he's.
If it turns out that it's an April Fool's joke, this has got to be the new thing called "We Got Big Willied." if
You can
if
tell
he's
people
pranking
you
us,
got Big Willie, but I ain't saying
oh
Hey,
shit, he says he swears.
I don't know, man.
LOL.
Oh, it ain't on here. Oh, damn liar!
I don't believe they're.
Lied.
It's
I
not
know
in
they're
here.
doing it because they've been talking about
26
this for a
minutes
week.
from now.
Yeah.
Last night they were talking about how excited they were about it.
There's
And
nothing in the chat.
Ben asked Joe, "Now you're not gonna wussy out now, are you?" And Joe said, "Hell no."
Yeah, we're watching it.
Everyone likes getting Big Willied every once in a while, he says. Oh my god.
I spell delay.
Delay?
Yeah.
Delay.
I got it right.
Yeah, man. Of course you did. I had no doubt. Hey, Chad, that bolt with no threads, my April Fool's joke. Dude, Jake got... So Jake works in the building after me. We make the bolts, and then I put threads on them, and then they go down to Jake's building to get inspected and get shipped out. And sometimes, like, if you see a bolt that's got, like, that shiny gray coating on it, that's because it was made, then it gets sent out to have a coating put on it. Then it comes back to Jake. Jake runs it through an inspection machine after the coating is put on it, and then it gets packaged and sent out. Well, today he sent me a picture of a bolt that was sent down to his factory from mine that had no threads on it, but it had been to the coating place. So somehow it went through all of the processes, got all the way through coating, and got all the way to Jake. So it was almost to the customer without any threads on it. Like,
That's
oh,
America.
Man. America.
That's keeping America bolted up.
I'm like, Jake, you put that in a scrap can and get rid of it right now. Get that thing the hell out of here. You never saw it. Damn. Oh, there goes Spooky. Oh, man. So, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, you chewed me out already for sure. Sorry, America. I'll produce better bolts next time. Sensibil says, a bolt with no threads, that's a stud, right? Yep. A stud with no threads on it, unfortunately. We make stud bolts. We make hub bolts, studs. We make all kinds of stuff, guys. Sonny's trying to get me to take a few out of the old bolt factory and send them over there to Fresno.
Don't fucking say that out loud. You bring them here, we'll scrap them and pay off that truck.
I'll send you the scrap ones that don't pass inspection, and then you can put those in your customer's vehicle. I don't know what happened. The head flopped off. The head popped right off this bolt. Chad, I sent you a picture. Show the class. What'd you send me? Let me see. Let me see what we got here. Where did she send it? I don't even have Facebook pulled up on here yet. Melissa. And we need music. This is weird without any music. I'll get that going too.
Oh, let's get Lee on here.
Okay.
Melissa, come on here for me so Lee will come on here too. And he will serenade you if you're here.
Mm-hmm. Man, I keep burping. It's not good for the air. For the
I happen to know Lee from First Floor Audio loves him some Melissa Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Just like all of us do.
Let's see. Is this a good one? Yeah, that's a good one. StreamYard, share screen, Chrome tab, trusting change. Here we go. First Floor Audio. Definitely need some jams on a Friday with the chop shop. So what are you working on now? What's the next RC car you're working on, Sony? Jake wants to do an RC car show.
Next one is, I think it's going to be a a Bandit, a Traxxas Bandit.
Oh, what do you mean? Like the Bandit from Smoking the Bandit?
No, but that's a good idea.
Because if you did that, that would get me in. That would get me in, man. A Smoking the Bandit
you know
car.
what? The Bandit, the Doom Buggy, I bet you they make a body that's a Trans Am that I can paint up and put on there. I can do that.
Okay, let's look this up. Who makes those bodies so I can look up if they make one?
Look up 70s Trans Am Lexan 1/10 scale body, and it's probably by JC Concept or Concept Bodies. Or Proline might have them, but I think it's Concept. They have a Drifter Trans Am already that's ready to run. It's fucking badass. It's pretty cool.
The funny thing is about these pictures is I can't tell if it's a real picture or if it's an RC car because some of these are so good. Oh, this is a real picture.
Show it. Oh, here.
I can't because it'll stop the music, but it's a real car. It's not the right thing.
Okay.
I'm looking at JC Concept is a company that makes those.
They make a lot of RC stuff. I think it is. JC Concept.
FMAR.
Drag Racing Concepts.
Okay.
Not JC.
Trans Am.
Mixed up. Hold on, I'm gonna mute for a second.
Okay. Man, I wish StreamYard would let you share more than one screen because I want to play music and show you guys this website, but it won't let me, so I have to just show the website. Check this guy out. The JCI Creep. Jake, that's only $23, man. We need to get some.
Buy that thing.
We need to get into the RC cars.
That's a little teeny tiny thing, and they're not no good.
Oh, am I in the wrong size?
Yeah, 1/10 scale.
That's where I need to be, 1/10?
Yeah.
Or no, 1/8.
1/10.
Oh, 1/10 is smaller than an eighth, right?
Yes.
There we go. I found it. It's Proline that makes it.
Proline.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
All right. Spooky, thanks for joining us. We're going over RC car bodies.
That's right.
This has turned into Paranormal Chop Shop RC cars.
These RC cars better be haunted, man.
They got ghosts driving them, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can build one of those, Chad.
Man.
It's clear, though, and I got to paint the damn things.
Well, Jake's a painter. Jake was a painter for a few years, so he knows bodywork paint and stuff.
Tell his ass to get over here and do some taping. That's what
he hates taping.
Yeah, that's what we always say. Hey, feel like doing some taping? That's our
Yeah, he liked doing the paint and not the prep work.
Hey, look, somebody better pay this Prime thing. It's going to cancel in 4 days. Oh shit!
Oh, that's never good.
How come Jake is not with you?
There's no money in our link tree, so none of the payments are getting paid.
What was that, Spooky?
I was asking, where's Jake? How come he's not with you in the studio?
He's at work. He's on mid or afternoons now, so he's at work till 10
on a Friday.
Yeah, it sucks, man. He's always bragging on Sundays that he doesn't have to go to work on Sundays like I do, Sunday nights. But then on Fridays he's got
a good one to have off.
Yeah, for sure. But then, yeah, I wouldn't mind afternoons on, like, in the wintertime, but in the summertime, I want my Friday nights because sometimes I like leaving for the campground or whatever on Friday morning. Get up there real early. Jake says, I'd love to prep a rust-free Cali car. I just painted Michigan rusty junk. Yeah, it took a lot of work to prep the stuff around here. Oh, Joe and Ben just went live?
Do it.
We're definitely not doing anything productive right now, so.
Nope. Well, this is what we had planned anyways.
Oh, these guys are live right now.
We celebrating.
Well, how does this work? Is this illegal to share somebody else's screen while, is this bad?
Ask Big Willie. Big Willie.
Big Willie, am I allowed to do this, or should we just get off here?
Yeah, get off because we had Ann on. I don't want to take this down.
All right, guys.
I don't know that. Well, you know what? All they
What?
can do is make us stink, and the only way I can get in trouble is if Joe and Ben get us in trouble. So I think we're okay. I think
Yeah,
that's
but
how it
wouldn't.
works. We can figure out how to edit this if we have to.
I just
Go
feel
back and
bad
check it
that
out.
we're pulling people from their chat room to be into this one. I don't know if I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go watch them. You want to?
Yeah, we can do that.
Hang out. Is that all right, everybody? Well, we gotta ask our fans at least. You
Yeah,
guys all want
Cassie
to go?
said,
hang
"Let's
out?
go."
Does everybody want to go hang out at UFO Garage, and we'll go over there and join you guys in the chat room? And we'll come back here, and if they're done too early or something, we'll come back here and go live again.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good. Yeah, this was a great episode with Lady Ann. I mean, that was great, and we're at 111 too, so perfect.
Thank you, Cass, for dropping the link.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Guys.
Yeah, guys, this was a great episode. For being short, it was awesome.
Yeah, dude, I love Lady Ann. She's so good at all this stuff and her books and the radio station. I listen to her radio channel a lot at night. It's awesome, guys.
And she has a beautiful microphone.
Oh, the mic's awesome, dude.
Thanks.
It's all old school. I like that old school stuff. Even though it's not old, it just looks that way.
Yeah. Well, cool, guys. All right,
All right.
I guess I'll take us out, and we'll see you guys over at the UFO Garage channel.
Yeah, let's go hang out.
See you
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Over there, man.
Bye.
Thank you
See
so
all
much.
there.